Hello everybody and welcome back to Keefy 75 Games. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to use Sharefactory for those of you out there who just don't understand how it works. It's quite simple, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go like this and like that just so you can see what's going on. It'd be easier. I'll take my face out of the way. So basically, whenever you have a video or whatever it is you want to work on, you can use a video, you can use photos, animated GIFs, social, you can import content. If you have one of these little guys here, this stick, you can use a little stick drive like that. If you have a little stick drive like this, I don't know, have a computer or whatever, and you want to put something on the stick, let's just say there's something on the internet and you want to be able to edit it and use the Sharefactory editor, you can just put it on that stick and then import it. Sharefactory. Briefly, if you were to click on import videos, you would go here and then you would click import from USB. I don't have anything on it right now, there's nothing in it, but that's how you would get it. Then you would click that and it would show up and it would be downloading there, and once it was ready, you could click on it and it would import it. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna just stick to how to edit a video really quickly. So basically what you would do is click on video, click on new project, and then you have these themes here. Depending on what you're going to use for a video, if you don't want some sort of game specific theme, you can go with something like, that's a Fortnite theme. So the Fortnite theme will actually be for Fortnite, and this would all like Sharefactory. This is a first person shooter theme, this is Just Cause 4, and so on and so forth. But if you just want one that's a plain one that just says PS4, for instance, you would click on that one, which is the one when I was first starting is the one that I used all the time. Now the first three, this one here is an intro, this is your title, and this is your outro. So this is the first thing that's going to be seen is the intro. Then it will show the title of the video. And then at the end of your video, once your video is inserted in between all this, the outro will play. And then you have the choice of one or two stinger clips. This one is Sharefactory and this one is the stinger clip. Now briefly to show you what that looks like, if you click L2, it takes you to it. And if you press R2, it will play it. So you can, that's a stinger clip. So you can insert that at the end of your video. Same thing with this one. If you press X, it will select it, and then you press square, it will start your project. But we're not going to use that right this second. So we're going to deselect it. And to show you this stinger, you press L2, then R2 to start it. And this is that stinger clip. So if you wanted to play at the end of your video where you could edit in some words, and I'll get to that in a few minutes, but if you wanted to edit in some words, you could do that as well. Back up. Now your intro, if you press L2, press R2, this is the first thing you're gonna see if you pick this intro type with the PS4 one. So when somebody clicks on your video, once you upload it, you're gonna see this, and it's gonna, okay, so that's the intro. And then after the intro plays, you have the title, which would look like this. So you would put your title of your video there, and it would show real quick before your video started. Now, you can pick and choose what you want to do. So if you just want the intro to show and you want to put words over that, you can. You just select it or deselect it. You see how it's not there no more? In the bottom right hand corner, there's a little like cogwheel with the check mark through it. If it's not there, it's not selected. If you click X, it selects it. So if I want to use that, I can. I can select this for the title or deselect it. So if I deselect the title, when the video plays, you're only going to get the intro and the outro. So basically, whatever you click on is what's going to work. Just to show you how this all works with an actual video, I'll use the title, I'll use the intro, I'll use the outro, and I will use one of these stinger clips at the end, just to show you how it all works. So once you click all that and you figure out which one of these you want to use, you would click on what footage words you want added, and depending on how you have it being recorded, you can have it in 15-minute clips, 30-minute clips, or 60-minute clips. 60 minutes being the most you can actually record at one time and edit on Sharefactory at one time. So please note that. And the way to change that is you go into your broadcast settings and you will see an option to change all that. So moving right along, now I'm going to press square, and now it's going to ask me to rename my project or continue. If I click rename project, what's going to be renamed is, see how it says PlayStation 4 above it? The project will be named to whatever you want to name it, and then it will change. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to click continue. Okay, so now we're in your basic editing format of Sharefactory. And as you can see at the bottom, you have an X, a square, and a circle. And then you have a bunch of other little things down there. For the most part, when you want to edit something, you will find with R3, you can move your head back and forth. So that's your playhead, which is that orange thing that's moving back and forth. If you move R3, you can move that back and forth. You can see the seconds moving as well. Let's just say you want to put the name of your title right here where it says PlayStation, but it says PlayStation and it's waving. If you want to change all that, I'm going to show you how. So you see the little like square in the bottom left hand, and it shows the wrench. Click square. Once you click square, you can go down to edit overlays. Overlays is what's overlaid over the clip. So if you click X, now you see how it highlights PlayStation 4, or if you use your directional pad, it will highlight the picture or my actual name, Keefy75. Now, if I want to delete any of these things, what I would now do is press square, brings up your little menu, and now you scroll over to delete text, press X, confirm, and now it's gone. And if you want to delete all of it, you just continue the same. Square, delete, confirm, square. Now this is a sticker, so now it's going to be delete sticker rather than delete text. So delete sticker, confirm. Now, if I want to put a title to whatever it's going to be, let's just say Keefy75, whatever. I'll show you what I used to do. So to be able to put words, you would click the X, which brings up the plus sign. And now you have this section where it says stickers, theme stickers, imported images, text, and camera FX. Basically, if you want to insert any type of sticker into your clip, you would click sticker, and then with your directional pad you can now move along and pick which sticker you want, and there's quite a bit. And if you scroll all the way down, there's all kinds of faces, follows, likes, when you can click on these if you want. But for the sake of this, we're just going to do text real quick, and you can pick the font you want. I like this particular font here, so I'm going to click on that, and now I'm just going to clip in. I'm going to put in caps KEIFFY75, and then what I'm going to do here is instead of writing games, I want it in 2 words, so I'm going to separate it. So now I'm going to press R2 for done, and then the duration I want is the whole duration of this intro clip, which is 5 seconds. So with the directional pad, I'm just gonna 5.3, which is all the way to that blue duration. You want it to be full when you're doing a whole clip. If you just want it for a few seconds, you don't want to do it for the duration of the clip, then you can control that as well. X to confirm. Now, if you want to put effects to it, you can go to text effects, and if you want to change what the text looks like, it will change to whatever you have here. To keep it simple, I'm just gonna put it on the this one here. It's just like outline text. I'm gonna use that. If you want to use text animation, click text animation. Now, what I recommend is either doing the beginning and the end. I wouldn't mess around with the middle too much because it's just retarded. But before we get there, I'm gonna hit circle to back out. Then I'm gonna scroll over to transform. Click X. And now with R3, I can move this wherever I want on the screen. So with R3, I will place it somewhere in the middle. Now with your L1 and R1 buttons, you can make it smaller or you can make it bigger. Okay, see that? You can make it huge. That's what L1 and R1 do. And the L2 makes it go, angly. The R2 makes it go the opposite way. And then if you click square, it will align it to the left, center, to the right. click, and it will just keep doing that. So we're gonna put it in the center. I'm gonna fix this, and when you got it where you want it, you click X to confirm, and then click circle to cancel. Circle to cancel again. Now that's written in stone. Now to add more text, press X down to add overlay. Same thing, click on the text, and now we're gonna add games. It's already there, so I'm just gonna use that for quickness. Click R2 for done. Duration. Click X to confirm. Transform. See, transform. Click X. And now I'm gonna move this. Now, because the frames are a little different, I'm just gonna put this where it is. I'm gonna press X real quick so that it ends it. I'm gonna press circle so that it backs out. And then now with R3 very gently, I'm gonna move it to see it, how I just nudged it, where it starts. You see where the head of the orange player head is to where the blue is, to where Keefe 75 starts. So if I go away from that, see how it disappears? If I come back is where it starts. So right there is where Keefe 75 starts. So this is where I want to put games as well. So with the directional pad, go back to games, click square. Then we're going to click transform, and now we can move it. And the Keefe 75s is in frame, and we're good to go. So now, again, I'm going to make it larger with R1, just to get it somewhat there. And now I'm going to click X to position it. That's where I want it. Now, if I want to add some text, like I did in my older videos when I first started, scroll up to the top, click square to get into your menu, scroll over to text animation, then beginning text. If you click that, now you have fade in, which it will just fade in, wipe in, it will wipe in, fly, it flies in, and pop in is the one that I usually use because I kind of liked it. So we're going to go with that. Now at the end, we're going to click ending animation, and we're going to go fly out because that's what I used to use. See how it just goes out like that at you? I think it's pretty cool. Now once you got all that, click circle to back out, and just to show you that it's already confirmed, after you confirm it, you just click out. And once you click out, you directional pad down, click on games with the square, and do the same thing. Go to beginning, go to pop in, go to end, down to fly out, or whatever one you want to use. Doesn't have to be the same as me. And then you click X to confirm, circle to back out, and then now you're back in here. So if you click circle to back out, now when you back out completely and you scroll to the beginning and you press the pad in the middle of the whole controller, I forget the touchpad, that will start to play. So you can constantly preview, and then now that pops up. See how I did that? It's pretty cool, huh? And then this is the outro, the one that was selected. So basically, you would have your video in between this and this, and way you would do that is either you add it at the beginning way I was showing you, or if you want to add stuff when you're already here, you click X and then add clip or add screenshot. So if you wanted to add a clip, you click clip, and then it brings you back out to this, but I have no clips here. Same thing with screenshot. I think I have screenshot, so we can do that. So if I want to add a screenshot, we'll make it pretend it's a clip. Click on screenshots. And now look, see, now I can add screenshots. I'll use this one. Click square, and it adds it. See how it added it? Now I have make pretend this is a clip. Now if I wanted to talk over this, to do a talk over or whatever, I can. If I want to keep adding, I can. You press X, add clip or add whatever it is you want to do. In this case, it's screenshots. Click X, and then click square to add. Now it just keeps adding. Make one more just for shits and giggles. Add screenshot, square to add it to your project. Go back to the beginning. Now, we're gonna put Avengers here because this is the theme that I'm going with, okay? So, at the beginning of the game, of this whole clip, if you wanna, the way I did it is I would put the title of the game here, then this one I would put my name, and then it would go into me speaking. So for the sake of that, I'm gonna start here at the beginning. What I'm gonna do is press X, go over to add overlay, add text, and now you can like change your text. I'm gonna start with the big one, and I'm gonna go Avengers. Well, we'll go Marvel ARV. Alright, so it's Marvel, and then we'll do the same thing I did with my name, but this time we're not going to animate it or anything. We're just going to click R2, It's already full for the duration. Click X to confirm, scroll over to transform, and then put this somewhere in the middle. Then you can make it larger if you want, like this with R1, makes it large, L1 makes it smaller, and if you press square, it will center it or put it in each corner. So in this case, we're going to keep it in the center. Press X to confirm, circle the back out, and now you're back to the playhead. So now we're going to type in Avengers. Click X, add overlay, add Avengers. A-V-E-N is Avenger, and then we just add an S. Avengers. Click R2 for done. The duration is set. X, transform, click X. R3, put it where you want it. I'm going to make it bigger with R1. I can center it with the square button and get it somewhat aligned. Make it a little bit bigger, and then press X to confirm. And circle the back all the way out. Now, if you go too far, it's going to take you to this screen. Don't worry, just press circle again. Now, in between everything, just in case something crashes or power outages, I would suggest every now and again, click your options button, and then you have this thing to save project. Click it, save your project. That way it saves it and nothing goes wrong. If something happens, it's always there. Okay, so now that we've gone through how to do this and how to kind of make your starting screen and your intros and your outros and how to add clips, very quickly I'm going to teach you how to add a thumbnail. So basically, the way you add a thumbnail, make it still, and then what you would do here is click X for overlay, then you would add overlay, and now you would hit, X. And if you wanted to put any type of words, we're going to put walkthrough like I was doing. WALKTHROUGH. All right, so walkthrough, click R2 to confirm. Now here, you don't want to do the duration because it's going to be a still picture, so it's not going to be moving, and we're going to erase it afterwards. So click X to confirm, transform, and now you can position this wherever you want it. So for me, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to put it right about there. Now I'm going to press X to confirm, circle the back out. And now, don't move your head. Don't touch none of the analog sticks. Don't move it, because then you'll lose your place. So now what you're going to do, if you want to put stickers, or if you want to put, part 1, you click on it again, add overlay, and you can add, 0, 1, for instance. Click R2, done. Click X to confirm. Now, see, the same thing happens where the other piece disappears. So click X to transform. Bring this down to the corner. Now, we're going to get back to the other thing, but if you notice how when you playhead, it shows the orange line, and then it shows the light blue and the dark blue. Well, the dark blue is where we are with the number 01 right now, and we want to get to the same frame for it starts as the walkthrough did. So we're going to click circle the back out. Circle the back out, and now with R3 we can see how we just move R3 back into the left and right, and once we get to the beginning, the walkthrough pops back up. So again, we're going to click we're going to click the square button, and it's going to bring us into here. We're going to click transform, and now we're synced up with the first text we put in, and we're going to put this down in the bottom. Going to enlarge it a little bit with R1, then click X to place it. Circle the back out. Circle the back out. Now, if you want to put a sticker, do the same thing. Press X. X again for add overlay. And then scroll with the directional pad up to stickers. Theme stickers are just these types of things. It ain't anything really serious unless you import certain things. But if you go to stickers, they're a little better. And there's a whole bunch of stickers you can put. Like you can put number 1, fire, kapow. There's all kinds of good stuff. We'll go down here and we'll just put this face, for instance. We'll click X to confirm, transform. It's a little big, so we're going to make it a little bit smaller. And we're going to press X so we can sync it all up. Press X. Now we're going to press circle the back out. And with R3, we're going to move the player head just slightly to the right. And then see how it all syncs up now? Try to get it as close as possible. And if you want to go slow, you can press, I believe it's, if you press the directional left and right while you're in that. Let me get back to that. So I press square. I'm going to go back to edit overlays, and then I'm going to find where it comes in, which is right there. Now, if you want to move frame by frame without moving really fast, you press the directional button left or right, and see how it moves. It will move one single frame at a second. So that's how you kind of dial in if you want. Yeah, I'm going really slow right now. I would advise doing that rather than the R3 if you're not used to it, because R3 can move really fast. But if you want to get to around where you need to be with R3 and then start with the directional pad left and right to dial into where you need to be exactly, then I would suggest that. Then once you got everything where you want it to be, press circle to back out, and then now with this whole scene, you press the options button and then scroll over to generate thumbnail. Click it, project thumbnail saved, press OK. And now that thumbnail, when you upload it to wherever you're uploading it to, in this case it would be YouTube, that's gonna be the thumbnail you're gonna see, your viewers are gonna see when they go and look at your content. So now we're gonna erase all this stuff. So when you play the video, you don't see this just show up out of nowhere. And I've made the mistake a few times where I forgot to erase it, but that's okay. We all know what the purpose of it is, but try to make sure you erase it. And to erase it, click square to go into your tools. Then we're going to click edit overlays, and then the same thing I showed you at the beginning. You're going to click square again. Then we're going to click delete text, confirm, and do that to all of them until you get to the sticker. Once you get to the sticker, you got to scroll down to delete sticker, confirm, and now all the text and stickers are gone. Click circle to back out, and now we're going to save it again. Click options, scroll over to save project, click X, confirm, and now your project's saved. You can go all the way back to the beginning, and if you want to keep like reviewing your progress, the touchpad will always be play. If you press it, or if you move your finger over it, like if you swipe your finger, see how it moves? So if you, almost like a touchpad, like what it is actually, if you move your finger back and forth, it will move as fast as you're moving your finger across. Or if you go all the way back to the beginning and just press it, it will start the player. So we'll watch this quickly, see what we got so far. Okay, so that's what we got so far. You're not going to see the thumbnail because it's a thumbnail. Now, let's just say we want to add some voiceover to this. We can add voiceover. So let's just say I want to add voiceover to my intro as a voice. We'll go, this is right where the intro ends. So right about here. Doesn't have to be exactly as it starts. Give it a second, a frame or two to play in, and then we can add our voice. This is if you're not already recording while you're recording it, okay? This is afterwards. If you want to add in audio afterwards, this is how you do it. You would click on X. Now, anything you're going to add with your voice, it's going to be add track 2, okay? So click on add track 2. Now you're going to get this yellow track, which is going to be voice. And what we're going to do now is we're going to click X, if you can see it, but don't do it until you're ready. But if you look in the lower left hand corner of the screen, you will see a little red button like the record button. That means we're going to go live here in a second. And when you click it, it's going to give you a countdown, but right after you click record. So record audio, it's going to start counting down, and then I'm going to do a quick little thing and end it and come back. So give me a second, I'll be right back. See, it's counting down, or you can just click record and start instantly. Hello guys, and welcome to Keefy75 Games. I'm Keefy, and welcome to my channel. I'm just doing a brief tips and tricks video on how to use Sharefactory. Then you would click X to stop where you wanted, and there you go. There's your voiceover. You can only use the voiceover so many times and for so many minutes, and it will stop you. You can't do it anymore. But basically, that's how you use the voiceover if you need to. So now you can back out with circle, and if you want to preview this, just use R3 and go back to the beginning of where the yellow starts, and then click on the touchpad for play. And why isn't it playing? If you click L3, the analog stick, it will switch between tracks. So basically, if you click it, right now we're on blue track, which is the main track. Click it again, it goes on to the yellow. Click it again, it shows all three. We don't have the music yet, we'll get to that. But I just want to see why I'm not getting any audio here. Like this, we're gonna go edit track 2. and I don't have anything. So we're gonna go volume. It's at 100%. We're gonna go. Oh, I know why. I don't have any mic. Hold on. If you're actually recording video with a computer on a capture card and the PS4 at the same time, you gotta have two mics, or you gotta have a chat link cable for the Elgato HD60. I have my mic set up now. So let's just say you screwed up and you need to erase this. What you're gonna do here is, let's say you backed all the way out to this screen and you're back to normal. This is back to normal without anything. You're gonna click on the square to go into your tools. You're gonna click edit track 2 because track 2 is your voice. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on tools again inside of the voiceover, and now we're going to go to delete clip. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna delete the voice clip we just made. So now it's gone. So now if I want to record again, which I'm going to go back over to right about here, which is, this is the intro, and then I'm gonna stop it right about there, and now I'm going to record again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click X, the record button thing's going to show on the screen. I'm going to click it and it's going to start the countdown, and I'll repeat it again. Hello everybody, and welcome to Keefy75 Games. I'm Keefy75, and I'm just doing a quick tutorial and showing you guys how to use Sharefactory on the PS4 to edit your content. And you press X to stop it, and you're good to go. So to play it back, go to the beginning of the clip, press touchpad. Hello everybody, and welcome to Keefy75 Games. I'm Keefy75, and I'm just here showing you guys a quick tutorial on how to use Sharefactory on the PS4 to edit your clips. Okay, and you see how loud that is? That's really loud, so that sounds awful. So what you want to do is, when you're in here inside your clip, when you're on the yellow and the yellow's activated where you see the microphone on the top right, you would click on square to get back into your tools, and you're going to go to clip volume. I would go down to at least 44, 45 and work your way from there, because with certain mics it could come through very loud depending on how you have your microphone adjusted within your PS4. So now what you're going to do is just keep it on prioritize. Otherwise, if you put it to apply to all, it's going to apply that volume to the whole thing in the whole video, and you don't want that. Just keep it at prioritized. Then you're going to click X to confirm. Scroll back to the beginning. Now it's going to be much lower volume. Hello everybody, and welcome to Keefy75 Games. I'm Keefy75, and I'm just here showing you guys. As you can see, it's still kind of loud because I was very close to my mic and I didn't have it set. I'm just doing this quick to show you guys a quick tutorial. So what we're going to do is we're going to click again to get back into it, so I can show you how to lower the volume again. Click square to get into your tools. And we're going to go to edit track 2 because it's your voice. And then we're going to click square again to go back into your tools in the voice track. And we're going to lower your volume again. I'm going to lower it down to 30. Click X to confirm, scroll back to beginning, and click the touchpad to play. Hello everybody, and welcome to Keefy75 Games. I'm Keefy75, and I'm just here showing you guys a quick tutorial on how to use Sharefactory on the PS4 to edit your clips. Alright, that's still kind of loud, but you get what I'm saying. I'm yelling into my mic because I got the fan going and the whole 9 yards. But you get the point. That's how you do it. That's how you adjust the volume if you need to. Now we're going to back out of all this. And the next thing we're going to do is save. Always save in case something happens. Now, let's just say, for instance, you want to add an end screen. You would add your end screen the same way you add your intro. So you would click where you want it to start, click X, then you're going to click add overlay, and you can add whatever you want. Same thing as what we did at the beginning. You can add text for an ending. You can say thanks for subscribing, THA. Wait a minute. Back out. Too far in. Alright, so right about there, click X to put your text in. Now we're going to go thanks for watching. Okay, I'm just going to put thanks for watching. Quick enough. Now duration is the whole part of this thing. I click X to confirm. If you want to move it around your clan, you just go to transform and that will move it to wherever you want. If you want to make it larger or smaller, it's L1 or R1. Click X to confirm where you want it, and again, you can do all the effects or anything you want to do with it. As for now, you don't really need to layer anything or anything like that. If you want to change the color of it, click on that. Let's just say you got a few colors you can pick from at the bottom, or if you want to change it, you click on hue and then you move. See how it's moving? Once you're in here, you don't have to click anything. Just move the directional pad left or right, or up or down. It will move to each one. But left or right will, let's say see how it's turning yellow at the second? Now it's going to turn green. So when you get it, what you're going to do is you're going to click the directional button down, the saturation. You're going to go all the way to the right until the square on the right hand side turns whatever color you want to use. And you're going to click X for confirm. Now it turns it whatever color that is. So now when you go back in, you should have a green preset that you just used. All those colors in the bottom, you have a few that are already there to begin with, but whatever you use afterwards will preset, which is kind of convenient. Circle the back out, and that's kind of pretty much it. That's kind of the basics. Again, it's intimidating at first, but it's really not all that bad. Square is your tools. This has to do with everything that has to do with editing on your clip. So for instance, the transition. So you want to transition from your intro to the starting of your clip. Use the directional pad once you get close, so you can go frame by frame until it... All right, see how it just switched frames? Now back up with the directional pad, one click. Now you're back at the beginning. So now in between here, there's only one click back and forth, and it's going to switch. So start at the beginning. What you're going to do here is you're going to click X. You're going to go over to add transition, click X, and now you have all these transitions. There's cinematic ones, and it's the same thing as the beginning of the video. If you click L2, it will, I mean not L2, if you click R2 in this, it will show you what it does. Click R2, that's a transition, or you go to dissolve. This is one that I kind of like. I use this one right here. It's called block fade. Press R2, and it kind of just fades it like that, which I like. So I'm going to use this one. Press X, press confirm, and now there's a transition there, so watch. You see the transition? Hello everybody, and welcome to Keefy75 Game. Alright, now one last thing I want to show you is how to add music to your clips. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click X, we're going to go down to, or up to, add music. Click X, and now you have all these music presets that are all fine to use. You're not going to get copyrighted for any of them, they're all copyright free. The one I like to use, this one, it's called Accelerated Instrumental. So I click X, and now the whole clip is here. And what we have to do now is edit that clip to where we want to put it. And if you press the touchpad, it will stop playing. And if you look as I'm going, see how it starts here and it kind of like gets into a riff, and then if you keep even going even more, it kind of gets into a breakdown and stuff like that. You can pick and choose what you want to use. Like, I'll just show you real quick. Now it's gonna change. Hello everybody, and did you hear that change in the music? That's a break. Now what I normally do is that's where I will start it. So I will position the player head right at the beginning. I'll press square for the tools, and now it's going to say split clip, trim, move, delete, fade out, fade in, music volume, and clone. We're going to click on split clip, press X. It's going to take you to this. Press X again for split, confirm. And now it's split. Now if you move R3 to the left, or whatever part you want to delete, which in this case is going to be this part. Now once you're hovering over the part that you want to delete, see the square, how it shows a trash can? Click square. Now it's going to ask you if you want to delete it. Click confirm, and now it's gone. So now this whole part is gone. So now what I want to do is I want to start it right where I split it. So I'm going to get somewhat near the beginning of it, and now what we need to do is circle back to get out of this split trash screen, which will bring you back to this normal one. Now I'm going to click square again. Now this time I'm going to click move clip, or move music. So now we clicked it. We're going to use R3 to move it to the beginning of the clip. So now it's at the beginning of the clip. This is where I want it to start. I'm going to click X to confirm. And now where I want it to end, which is at the ending of the intro and the beginning of where I start talking, where the transition is. So basically kind of get near where that is, and you're going to press square again. And now this time we're going to click on trim music. Press X. And now the L, which you don't really want to touch, because that's the beginning. You want to mess with the end. You want to bring the end down. So what you're going to do is, if you look on the blue part of the track, you'll see the orange part of the track on the bottom move, and on the top. So if you move R3 very slowly, see how it's moving? And if you look closely on the blue on the screen, you'll see this little clear filter thing kind of move. It's hard to see, but it's kind of moving too. But if you stop here, press circle and the X out, you can kind of see the track where it's jumpy. It goes up and down. You can kind of see where you are. The easiest way to do it is just kind of look at the track, see what's what. Press square to go back in, trim. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go a little bit quicker until we get close. And once you get to where it kind of goes like this, back out again and look where you are. Okay, see where you're not anywhere close yet. So click square to go back in, trim music. I'm going to go this way. Okay, now we're going to click X, because now we're going to click X is going to confirm where we are. Okay, now that's where we are. We're going to click it again, trim music. See, now we're back here. We're not there yet. So now we're going to keep going. And now you see the bottom orange is starting to move. You want to move that bottom orange to the beginning of the yellow clip right there. Okay, to starters. Now you can fine tune this afterwards. Now you're going to click X to confirm, and now you see how it's almost to where I want it to be. Not quite yet. I still got a little bit ways to go. I want it to be right there where the player head is. So we got a few, let's see, we got 2 seconds to move. So we're going to press the square button again, trim, and now what we're going to do is very, 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 very slowly, if you move the directional button, I mean not the directional button, if you look at the bottom, it says fine trim start, which is L1 and L2. That will move the start of it. We don't want to move the start. We want to fine tune the back end, which is R1 and R2. So if you click R1, it will inch forward very slowly. You see the movie head moving a little bit slow. If you press R2, it moves backwards. See it? Now that's just for the back end. You can do the same for the front end, but we don't want to move the front. We just want to edge in closer to get to that frame. Now we're going to click. Now see, I'm just about perfect, but I'm a little bit too far in. So I want to just nudge it out a little bit. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to click R2, which is going to go back just a hair. Okay. And now it's just about perfect. So now what I want to do, we're going to back out. Okay. And we're going to go back and then we're going to listen to it. All right, now you hear that? You hear how it's just like a sudden in and a sudden out. There's no like smoothness to it. Well, we're going to fix that. What you do now is anywhere in this clip where the music is, you're going to, again, anything you want to do to mess with anything, it's square to get into your tools. Now, once you're in your tools, we're going to go to edit music. Now, you see, this is your music track. See it? Shows you music. So square to get into your tools to edit your music. And now we're going to go fade in and fade out. So fade in, we're going to do about maybe, let's say 2 seconds or anywhere from 1.5 to 2. Don't go any more or less than that. I'm going to do it at 1.8. Okay, click X to confirm. Now we're going to do the end. Square, fade out, X. We'll do the same thing, 1.8. Now it's going to be nice and smooth. So now you're going to click circle to go back. And now we're back. We're going to click options. We're going to save project. Again, always save. That way, if anything happens, you're protected. Now listen, it's not going to be such a brutal snap into the next frame. It's going to be smooth and it's going to, you know, go nice and quietly. Watch. It's going to fade in and fade out. You hear it? You see the difference? Hello everybody and welcome to Keefy75 Game. And the audio won't sound that way if you're recording it during your live play sessions. that's a whole different story. And the way you do that is, I'll show you that in a second once we get out of this, because I don't think you can do it in here. If you try to do it, it won't allow. Oh, actually, see, all right, if you press the share button, which is the button opposite of the options, this pops up. Okay, it says video clip, stop broadcasting. The way to do this is you just click X on broadcast gameplay, and it's going to ask you a bunch of questions like this. It's going to say YouTube or Twitch. You can just click on YouTube, and it will, you know, give you a list of what you want to put in your description and the whole 9 yards. I ain't going to do that right now, but that's how you do that part of it. To get into it quickly, you would just click the share button twice really quick, and that automatically starts broadcasting. If you hold in the options button for like 3 seconds or 2 seconds, it would automatically take a snapshot. And to change your recording intervals, what I was talking about before, you go down to sharing and broadcast settings, click X, and now we're going to go into video clip settings. Now you see where it says length of video clip, click X, and now you can change it to whatever you want. I recommend either the 15, 30, or 60. I started at 15 just until I got the hang of it, where my videos were only about a half hour long, and I was putting, you know, 2 to 3 to 4 clips together. But once I started learning how to use it, I went to 30 and then 60, where I would just record for 60 minutes. And then the whole clip I put in Sharefactory, I would edit it and out it went. But that's the basics on how you can set your time clips for how long you want your clips to be. So just press circle to back all out of it. Back out. Okay, so now we're back here. So now if we want to upload this, what you would do now is, I'm not going to do it all right now, but you would press triangle. And see how it starts rendering? Now it would render. However long it takes to render, it's going to render so that it would be ready to upload to YouTube, which I'm just going to do real quick. I'm going to do it right now. I'm not even going to edit it in my actual editor. I'm just going to do it right from here because it's quick and easy, and I'm showing you guys exactly how to do it rather than, you know, kind of being fake about it and editing it and everything. This is all raw footage. Even though I'm recording it, I'm showing you raw footage. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna click Jesus, actually I can't even do this. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come here, and if you want to render it, you just click on the triangle button and it's gonna render. And for the sake of this video, because I've already did it and I'm using different hardware, just showing you guys how to use it, let it render, and this makes it good quality to upload to YouTube. Once this is done, you're gonna get this option, click share, and then you're gonna go to YouTube because you clicked it, and then you can set your description and whatnot. So guys, that's basically how Sharefactory works. It's actually really simple and really easy. All you really gotta do is just spend some time with it. It's not really that bad. It's actually really fun to use once you actually get the hang of it. It's a good program, and it's a good starting program because it teaches you the basics of editing. And you can do it all in really good clarity. I mean, it records in 1080p, which is extraordinary. Whereas if you try to do this with some other programs and some other like recording software and editing software, you run into problems with stuttering, and it doesn't render as good. It doesn't look anywhere as good. So for the meantime, I would just stick with the PS4 until you're ready and to move on and to try to play with other software. And for the most part, it's a good editing system and a good piece of software to play with. We're gonna end this here. Please smash the like button. Do me a favor, subscribe to my channel if you'd like. Go check out my son. He is Nasty Gamer 7798. I will leave a little link up here in the corner somewhere so you guys can go check him out. Just click on this link here. That would be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, guys, I'm just gonna end this right here. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends, and peace.